I guess we'll find out.
They're coming for you
Ah,
now.
we gotta redo the fights.
She needs to focus in battle. The mirror. Focus is coming back.
Focus now.
That was a lot easier than yesterday.
There's nowhere to run to.
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I love.
And it's suddenly considerably louder. One sec. That should be good.
The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields.
No? I don't know why the game is suddenly so much louder today.
Their memorial stone is
Better.
sacred.
That's better.
Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
I have a feeling I don't want to get grabbed by the hands.
Is there any escape?
What the fuck?
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zimbel, you turned your back on the gods, and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
Poor girl. She had that shit pounded into her head.
Do it. You're close. You won. He can breathe.
He's hurt. There's blood.
Come on, fucker.
She knows what to do. Remember the warrior promise.
Come on. Pin King, thanks for the host.
You're strong. Focus. Focus now. Focus now. Focus.
I'll focus when they're closer.
The only way. Focus. Focus.
And his name is John Cena!
What up, Pin King? How's it going, man?
He's finished.
They just keep coming. This sword is way stronger than the last one.
Who is it? Galena. Her mother. Do you recognize her? It's her. Galena is here. It's definitely her. She's dead just like you. She went to
I don't know where I'm supposed to go, though.
as we went to.
Looks like a large hand. A large face.
Darkness took her life and it will take yours. It's taking further and further.
I think this is where I'm supposed to go.
Surrender to the darkness. Darkness is here.
God killing sword hype, yep. I mean, it's pretty badass.
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
Mother! I need you! Help me! You're both dead. You both surrendered to the
When
voices.
your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came forth. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Too slow. Don't give up. Don't give up.
What's up, bruh?
You can do this. Focus. Focus. He's gone.
He is, but now I got two of them to deal with. Oh shit, three of them, shit. fuck? Oh fuck, we got a big boy now too. Oh shit. God damn it. Get up. Good God, they just keep coming. I'm fucking dodging. I'm getting trapped here. Back. Wrong way, away from the wall. Come on, fucker. Is that it? That's not it.
Finish this. End it now. Don't let them surround you.
How many are there? There's 3 more. And another one.
Get up quickly. She's injured. She's not gonna make it. Finish this. Finish this. Behind you. He's gone.
There's more. Why is there more? Is it though?
It's built. Focus. Now, focus. She finished him.
It's not nearly over. It is nearly over. Good God. Just an onslaught of enemy after enemy. This is ridiculous.
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he would thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Oh my lord.
They surrounded you. Focus. Behind you. You're stronger than you. Focus. Ended it.
Wow. Okay. Get a drink here real quick while I've got a moment.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you. Galena and Senua. Galena and Senua.
You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses. The voices took her and they'll take you too.
The voices have taken her. The voices will take you.
Oh, now I gotta do a balancing act? Maybe? Am I like walking up an arm? And on a shoulder?
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you. That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother. To go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua,
So I'm guessing her mother committed suicide.
look at me.
Do you hear them? calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Simba was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in each other? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope.
Okay. Well, that was quite the trip. What up, Jess?
We're back.
Sweet red shirt screen. Yeah.
Where have you been? Here she is. Don't worry.
Well, you know, I get off of work and normally I'd, put one of my Twitch shirts on, but after work I don't feel like just changing it into a shirt for 2 hours.
We're here to help you. There's a way
Into the mountain.
Can you see it? Shall we tell her where to go?
But it screamed. I'm getting killed off this episode.
Go on. Look. Just up there. Listen to
Thanks, O'Toole.
Shall we?
Does she know which way to look? Does she know her way into the mountain?
So we're back here.
Oh, isn't she? Look. Oh, so clever. Did you miss us? Oh, she did. Are you glad we're back? She's so glad we're back. Go on. Which way to go? Look up. Go up. Go up into the mountain.
I am going up. Oh, really?
There's a door.
In honor of my skills.
Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
I'm not that good. You'd probably kick my ass. Shoot, so, where's the video at? Is it just on your YouTube? I'm old. I'm not all that young either, man. I mean, you might be older than me, but Oh, on here. Okay. I'll definitely check it out. Hey, wait, this is... Oh, this is a rock. I guess, kinda. Oh, always, Jess.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Okay. I notice a lot of these are white now. Means I must have gotten quite a few. I don't know if it matters which direction I...
It can see you. But you can feel it.
Oh, I can't go this way. Thinking. That's, oddly appropriate, or inappropriate. I'm not really sure. Appropriate or inappropriate. Because reasons. Okay. Well, thank you for the cheer.
She can feel it. No.
It says don't open the door.
Go in. Turn back. What's in there?
That can't be good.
Beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name, and it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How will you save Dillion if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows?
They can't stop me.
Then do it! The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Interesting. Well, obviously I can't go that way. I don't see a whole lot of light that way, so I guess we're gonna go forward.
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here. No. It's a trick.
Mother, do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now. They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead. No, they want me with them. Stop! That's why they crawl through the walls. Don't listen. Do you see them? Do you see their faces? He's coming. Senua, help me! Help! Get me out of here! Don't go!
Where has she gone? She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
Okay.
She can't remember when it started, or when her mother lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see.
I find myself saying that a lot.
Reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child, and the first time she felt the cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father, Sinbel. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
There's so many directions to go. Holy shit. So many choices. Why can't I get closer?
Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl,
AC.
shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. We about to have a party. Let's get it started. I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. The neck of party. So move the body, body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be beating it up.
23 74 72 6F6 C6C. A friend of mine showed me this tongue.
A friend of mine showed me this. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is there like a hex joke in there or something? Is that what that is? Thank you, Casey. Appreciate it. How you doing? It is hex. Okay. I know what the code looks like. I just don't know how to read it all. No, can't open that one. Would you like to? Would you like to convert it for $5? No. Hashtag net neutrality. I think I already tried opening this door, didn't I? Wait, before I go down... Sold me a 10. God damn it. Okay, so that's this. We're already there. We haven't gone this way. Oh, had you at 10. Gotcha. Big John, how's it going, man?
The light won't save her. She can sense it. Send.
Stop them!
The mirror.
Focus is coming back.
Just remember, you can do this.
Finished.
God, there's. Why is there so many?
Focus!
It's the only way. You won! She didn't.
Yay.
You can't go anywhere
Okay,
without
pick the
light.
thing
Take
up.
the torch and move.
Okay, we're in the area. That's good.
What'd she do? She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna help her. She's lighting it. Darkness.
Damn right, we're lighting the torches.
Keep away from the shadows. If you light. You're wrong. Burning. Safe.
It's right there on the ground. I see it.
Hidden in plain sight. She has it. You have it.
Keep going. Where's the next? Two more to fight.
So that's how this is gonna go, I see.
Time.
I'm gonna get to an area and I'm gonna have to fight.
They're meaningless. Mother's here.
What have you collected when there's nothing behind the door?
Save Dillian.
The door is just another trick.
Just another trick. Just to distract her from her real mission.
I can't keep stuff straight with all these voices.
Your mother is trapped. You don't know anything. Or is she?
Like they just won't stop talking. I think I already went this way. Yes. Okay, the only direction we haven't gone is down.
The beast has been here.
Everywhere. Must be from here. Just
Oh great, water.
Keep going. She'll have to go under.
she can't.
She has to.
She can't.
The torch will go out.
Don't. Let's go out.
She can do it.
She can't do it.
The light's gone out. Run! Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here.
Aw. Interesting.
Stop! Stop! Stay in the light. You have to rest here or you'll die.
Hmm.
She's stuck. She hasn't found the rooms.
Stay in the light. Stay. You're safe in the light.
Get to the next light.
Let's go quick. Run. Run. You must run. Look. Fire.
Oh, look at that. There's fire.
She has to go towards it.
Afraid she's too weak.
She will. She has to.
Now I saw something back here. Yeah, there we go.
The light will guide you. Can you feel them? Can you see them? Where are they? She can't see them. She doesn't know. Look. Use your eyes. Look.
Where is
Oh,
it?
right there. I'm looking right at it. It's the reflection. There.
She has it.
She
What's
did it.
waiting for?
She's done it.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl. Imprisoned in her room at night, the faces in the dark coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain will forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Okay, how do I up? Been everywhere else. Chains on that. We can't open that. This door locks from the other side. We already went down there. What the fuck else is there? This routes around, goes down, and we've already been there. That goes one way. That we can't do. Where the fuck else can we go? Because that goes down. Up is the only direction I haven't gone. And I can't up. It look like up does me any good anyways. The hell is her arm doing? Did I miss something down here? Well, I did.
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
Huh? You already got that one. I am the confused. Yeah, and that's just the other side. Yeah, I mean, I must be missing something. But I don't know what. I don't know. I have no clue right now. This doesn't feel like a puzzle. Okay, what am I missing? I'm missing something. That's just the other side. I will accept that nudge, O'Toole. Just a little nudge. Because I'm feeling very lost right now. I will accept said nudge. Looking for a room with a single torch. This would be the room with the single torch. Except it's not really a room. Holy hell! $12 months? Wow. And 6 months on Twitch. Apex.
The apex predator 5 walks in silence and watches his prey.
Wow, dude. Top tier support. We get some love in the chat for Apex for a total of 18 months between the two. I mean, that's a tier 3 sub too with Twitch. That's insane. That's just insane. Well, there's a lot more than one torch in here, so it's definitely not this room. It's insane, Apex. Thank you so much. 12 freaking months. I can't believe it's been that long. Seriously. Was it? Was it Until Dawn? Until Dawn seems to have brought a lot of people to me. How many times have I walked past this? Have I walked... Is there a doorway that I walked past or something? Aim for the room with the blood on the floor. It's nearby. I'm seriously lost. Room with the blood. There's a lot more than one torch in here. Ew. That's less than pleasant. I feel bad right now, guys. I'm sucking a bag, and I don't know. What's that noise? What's her breathing? I'm officially lost. I'm not understanding. I don't know what's going on. I've been in every single room. O'Toole, one more time. Help a brother out. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting here, like, running around like an asshole. Yeah, pretty much. There's two of them. I don't know if you mean these ones or those ones. I mean, I assume you mean these ones. Is it up here? Is this what I was fucking up? Oh, still. Oh, it is. Okay. I'm up in the nook. I don't see a single torch up here, though. Maybe I'm turning that way. I mean, my natural thought would have been it would have been up here too. Because it's like, oh, hey, you can unlock the door now and get back to where you should be. Because you get the one in the room where you fight. Come down here, you get the other one. And then I would, just natural progression of the game, I would expect I'm going to run up. And go, oh, hey, look. So there's the door. There's this little something or other. With a thinking stone. Thinking rock. But I'm not getting any floating runes that are like my indicators. Way to the first one. There's a single torch in a room that should cast a shadow onto something that looks vaguely like a shield. I haven't seen any rooms with a single torch other than, you know, the one that's broken straight ahead of me here. This is the only area that has a single torch.
I request the highest of
Holy shit,
fives.
Drunk Goat, how's it going, man? How you been? Why? God damn it. Oh, why? X Factor.
Let's just do this.
Let's just do this. Oh, God. Hey. X Factor, thank you. You just triggered a giveaway. So, I want to solve this first before I get on to that. But I'm going to reset the bar here real quick. While O'Toole tries to help me figure this out, because I got nothing. There we go. There we go. Go in front of the door with the symbols. Where the fuck am I? Oh, wait. Here. Say what? Okay, from where I'm standing, go right. Or okay, so go down. Up. I can go up. I can go up. There's an up direction. If there's an up direction and I missed it. Oh my god. Okay, don't tell me anymore. Don't tell me anymore. I didn't know there was an up direction. I'll find it from here.
No, it's not. It's gonna run out soon. She hasn't got much time. It's gonna burn out. She's too slow. It's not
See, here's the runes.
You have all the runes.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness.
I knew there was something up with this door. I knew there was something up with this
Did
door.
you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
Okay. Hang on. Have to had the wrong unbarred door. Yeah, no worries. Hmm. Okay, I have totally forgotten to have these going to. We're gonna get the pay autos going, and because I suck, we're gonna get a 5,000 cap pay active going for you guys. While I queue up a song. I've got one ready. And I gotta figure out a giveaway. I'm gonna do the giveaway thing too. Let's see here. What to do?
I request the highest of 5.
Blast Man. Thank you for the host, Blast Man. Here, you know what? I've been waiting to give this game. Let's do this one. This is a great game from one of my favorite series of games. Let's do this. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna do a giveaway for a Tesla Effect. Now we're gonna leave this open because I know I just kicked off the pay active, so you know, feel free to hold off till that pay active finishes, or get your entries in and then add more to it later. You can always do that. I'm gonna leave this open for just a minute. That way you guys are able to get in. This is a great game. Picture, Sam Spade in the future kind of deal with puzzles and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. And even though it's the newest one in the series, you don't have to have played all the previous ones. I actually did a really good job in designing this so that new players would be able to jump in as well. So, yeah, get those entries in. We'll leave things open for just a minute. Well, a few minutes extra so that you guys can make sure that you have caps to get in. And, yeah. Well, NCAP Gamer, you are just in time. We're doing a giveaway right now. Thank you so much for that host and raid. I appreciate it, man. How was the rest of your stream? We're actually getting ready to finish up the giveaway, but I will hold on for just a second. Alright guys, I'm going to give it about, I don't know, 30 more seconds or so, because I've got a song to sing too. So... get those last minute entries in, guys. This game is awesome, I promise you. Oh, an X Factor, thank you for the host. Alright guys, we're gonna stop the entries here. And the winner is... O'Toole! Say something, O'Toole. There she is. This is a kick-ass game to win, too. Alright, O'Toole. Just shoot me a whisper. I will get you your code. And then I have to sing a song. I think I'm going to sing while I play, if you guys don't mind. Because, you know, I'm not that great. Yeah, O'Toole, just shoot me a whisper, and get you that code. Wonderful, there you go. Save. And... I don't know how the volume is, but... Gonna lurk. Starting Hellblade. Oh no, for sure, dude. No worries. Can remember why we fell apart from something that was so meant to be. Forever was the promise in our hearts. What the fuck is that? Now more and more I wonder where you are. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? Hurry up. Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? Oh no. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? Miss you. That's not good. He dropped his head. Still have your picture in a frame.
Now we can see.
Hear your footsteps down the hall. I swear I hear your voice driving me insane. What the fuck is going on? God damn it, this game. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? Do I ever cross your mind anytime? I miss you. No more loneliness and heartache. myself to sleep no more. Wondering about tomorrow. Won't you come back to me? Come back to me. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Do I ever cross your mind? Anytime. Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? Do I ever cross your mind? Anytime. I miss you. I love Brian McKnight, guys. If you guys didn't know, I used to listen to his shit all the time. All the time. X Factor, thank you so much for making me look like a fool and triggering that giveaway. I do appreciate it. Not entirely sure where I'm supposed to. Oh, hey, I can just go down there. Still have your head in a bag. Still have your head in a bag. Mm-hmm. Hear your voices in my head. Go. That's a little dark. That's a little dark. I probably shouldn't say that. Little dark, a little insensitive. The big R. I assume I'm going after his head. Oh shit, wrong button. Get. Come on, fucker. Shit. That was the wrong button. Of course, it had to be the big fucker. Come on, fucker. God damn it. I'm stuck. I'm like super stuck. God damn it. I was so stuck on the wall. And now I gotta start over. I'm floating. There we go. Alright. Come on, fucker. Bring it on. Can't even see the fucking guy right now.
Take him down. Get down.
Hello, Unfair Gaming.
The mirror. Focus is coming back.
Focus now.
Leave, run away.
Go.
Remember your
Behind you.
behind you.
Focus.
The mirror. Focus is coming. It's coming back.
Why can't I focus yet?
Defend yourself.
That warning was awfully slow. Ow. Right to the face.
She's injured. You're gonna make it. It's not over. You can do it. You won.
How you like me now? Where's my torch? We need this. Not having this is bad. There we go. O'Toole, I want to know what you think of that game, because, like I said, I'm a longtime fan, and longtime fan of the whole series. So I would love to know your thoughts on it. I assume I'm supposed to, unless it's has to do with. Oh yeah, no, whenever. I'm not saying you got to do it today. Just whenever it is that you do play it, I'd like to know what you think of it. Ah. Yep, whenever that time comes, I would love to know what you think of it, because, like I say, longtime fan. You're going to get flashbacks in that game to the previous games. They're not going to make any sense to you, or they will, but not as much sense as someone who has played the others before. But if you enjoy it, I will point you in the direction of all the other ones. Run, bitch, run!
She hasn't. Her father tried to help her,
But she wouldn't listen.
He was doing his
was trying to save her from the darkness. Zinbel was right. Zinbel was trying to save her from the darkness. But she wouldn't listen. And now everybody is dead. Because of her. It's all her fault. All her fault. Weak. She should have known. She should have. Why doesn't she learn?
The voice cast for Tex Murphy
Now the darkness has Dillian's.
for Tesla Effect.
And it will take it and never give it back.
She can search and search, but she will never find it.
She's let the darkness in. It's the end.
The darkness will take
All the original cast from the old games.
Pointless even trying to retrieve it.
With a few new people, of course, but
She's got to go deeper
Wait.
to find the head. Deeper towards the darkness.
okay.
Beast is there. The beast is luring her deeper into the darkness. Deep down.
There's new
The
people,
beast has the head.
but a lot of the original cast from the early 90s. When they made the originals.
She gets down there, she
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rain wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rain also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him.
I'm curious though.
Sigurd
Now
does
I want to
so,
know
but when he touches
who
the roasted heart to see if
Mystic
it's done,
is.
he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
She never learns. The beast.
Who I don't really have time to scroll through all of it. I guess there's a bigger cast than I thought.
The lights from
Who does Mystic play in the game?
she can't. She'll die. She has to. She can't. The light will run out.
The darkness is
And she'll die.
I mean, it's right there. Oh, wait. Hmm. Oh, he does the voice of Smart Alex. That's awesome. You'll get why that's funny when you play it.
What's she doing?
She's lighting a pig.
She's making light. She's making a fire.
She's got light on the other side.
She'll be safe. What's the plan?
Shit. It is, but you'll figure out why it's. You'll get it. You'll understand. I need to light the other torch, I know I do. But how?
There's light on the other side. She can do it. Go back to her. She can make it. She can't get through. She has to. Get up! Get up! What are you doing?
That's how.
Where is she going?
Need nachos.
Faster, keep going, keep going.
What is she doing? Stop! Stop! Keep going.
Nachos are great. Who doesn't love nachos?
Where is she going? Faster, faster, keep going, keep going.
Stop! Stop!
There we go. Grandmas. Parking lots. Grandmas. Had soybeans.
She can't help but think of him.
I had macaroni.
Tender guiding flame in a world so black.
Mac and cheese.
The more she convinced herself that there was
Mac and cheese is good.
how little separates us from what we fear.
Pork roast, rice, and carrots. We did pork roast last night. Your parking lot situation. What do you mean? What parking lot situation?
We're looking for Dillian.
Are you talking about like someone still parking in your private spot?
Lets him hear the birds speak. And they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rain wants Fafnir's gold.
Dude, I can't believe that's still a problem.
Sigurd should find Brynhild, the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep.
I would have called and had it towed a long time ago.
Sigurd heeds the bird's advice.
Oh god, this can't be good.
He kills Rain, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on a new quest.
No, don't slash
To
any
ride to
tires.
Endervale and find Brynhild.
Hi, hands. Please don't grab me. Sure looks like they're gonna grab me. I call my wife private parking. Oh my god.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming. Cillian, I see you.
The beast has Dillian.
No. You're not taking it from me.
I warn you, Senua. I can smell your
No.
you betrayed your god.
I am leaving with him.
Turn your back
It
on
was dirty and clean. God damn it.
that is why Dillian will rot in hell. Come into my shadow.
I don't wanna. Well, that's not working. dodged.
She can still do it. She's so weak.
I dodged.
Quickly get up.
Alright, Apex. Have a good one, man. Motherfucker. Ow. Yes, you did, Deckando. Is that it? I've lost control. That must be it. Or not.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand, cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals, kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness. Or the monster that her father had become. She couldn't fight them both. And so she left. Headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived. Maybe Dillian would still be alive.
I'm so sorry, my love.
I swear, that's gotta be his head.
She will save his soul. Even if this time she can't save her own.
I swear, she's got his head in a bag. He has to.
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore. time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn. You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
Take me to the mountain.
It's the seed of the soul. Without his head, she can't bring him back from hell.
Stand
Oh.
your way.
Oh yeah, they mentioned that earlier.
You will not survive what is in there.
I know. She's come this far. She wants to go forward. This to save us. She wants to save Dillion's soul. She must listen to the shadow.
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again. I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hela's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillion. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
She has to kill Hela. It's the only way. Now she has Odin's sword. She can see it. The bridge. She can't cross the bridge. It's broken. She has to fix it. It's too dangerous. She's done it before. She can't fix it. She's done it before.
Okay, so what's this way then?
She'll do it again. How will she do it?
There must be a
Senua,
way.
you have to try.
She'll never make it.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. They call this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. First, there will be a terrible winter, 3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin.
I half expected to have to fight here.
She did it.
But not all of it. Aha. I fucking dodged. Okay, that time I didn't.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
Oh my god, there's so many of them.
Behind you!
What up, Kay? How you doing?
Focus! It's the only way. Oh. How will she do it? What will she do?
Okay. Or we'll just disappear, I guess.
How's she going to find his actual soul? Where does that keep the soul?
I'm doing alright, Kay. Glad to hear you're doing well.
How will she get it?
I think I'm starting to piece things together here.
No. She cannot bargain with Heather. She's not strong enough to kill Heather. What does Heather want?
Because this game doesn't make any sense, but that's the point. It's not supposed to.
What does Heather want?
I keep
What can she give her?
sitting here going, okay. I say that a lot in this game.
She'd rather die. It's a worthless soul. But it's all she has to give. She has a warrior soul. What more could she give? A cursed soul. Of course she is, no matter what she does. She can feel the rot climbing up her arm. She can fight her. She can fight her at Ragnarok. She's a warrior. She's come this far. She can see it. The bridge. She can't cross the bridge. It's broken. She has to fix it. It's too dangerous. She's done it before. You have to fight her. We know. The final battle. Get his soul back. It's the final task. Yes, it is.
Oh, you two.
This isn't just a broken bridge, is it? Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world and explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow, or to warn so that they may avoid. That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
Go up. Up.
She can do it. She can do it. She can still
Okay.
see the secrets of the gods. She's so special.
What about the rest?
She must see. She has the sight. She can see their secrets.
The Northmen say the gods will fight their last battle at Ragnarok. Their watchmen will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world. And Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble. The dwarves will leave their stones. The frost giants will come from the east. The Midgard serpent will turn up the waves. Eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks. The ship of the dead will set sail.
What did I miss? Okay, let's see here.
There's an illusion. She's found a way. There's a way. She can see it. She must align herself. She can do it.
I was like, I see that.
She aligns herself.
That's what I mean. Create the doorway to go through. Round.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods will face a ship full of their foes, which Loki has steered to Asgard. It carries the fire giants, the wolf that will eat the sun, and all kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash, trolls will walk the land, men will tread the road to hell, and the heavens will split open.
Oh god, her whole arm almost. O'Toole, you remember what I told you? Oh, I've never seen anyone. Look at her arm. Her arm is almost entirely covered. Remember what I told you? I will be the first. Yep, I'm gonna be the first one to lose, and all of my progress is lost. I have to start over from the beginning. This isn't a lovely room of death. Fuck off. There's two of them? Oh, come on.
Don't give up. She's injured. She can still do it.
I dodged. God damn it.
Quickly get up. They're coming.
The mirror.
The mirror. Focus. Focus now. You finished it.
Didn't even know there was another one.
He's stronger than you.
How many more are there?
Behind you. Get out of the way. Behind you. He's finished. The mirror.
Focus is coming back.
You're close.
Good lord, finally. Right, because I did what I needed. No, I... Yes? Did I? I didn't. I did not do what I needed yet. Is that it? Is that all of it? Looks like all of it. I don't know how many more times I can die. I fucking knew it. Of course, we have 4 enemies now, because that's always fair. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. God damn it. Didn't even see that guy there. Or that guy. Oh, because they just keep magically appearing, that's why. Hi! You just came out of nowhere. At what point does this, like, become just not even remotely close to being fair? Holy shit, look at this enemy spam. Oi, you came out of nowhere.
Watch out! It's not over. Behind you.
Behind you at the second I'm spawning or getting back up. God fucking damn it. Oh my god. And I'm gonna have to do all that all over again. Holy shit. Harry.
She's hurt. She won't make it. Finish this. End it now. Quickly get up. They're coming. She's injured. She's not going to make it. It's nearly over. Finish it.
It's not nearly over.
Behind you. You're stronger than him.
No, dodge, bitch.
You can do this. Make it. Go again. Down. Too slow.
I hit him.
It's not over. It's not over. You can do it. Keep going. Finished. She's there. The path.
Good God.
I can sense her. Where is she going?
Eating a oh my lord.
She's getting closer.
I'm not a fan of Nutella,
She's going to die. I'm scared. Wait.
and that sounds like a lot of sugar.
Wait. What? What happens when she dies? What happens to us? What happens to us? We die too. Do we die too? We die too. I don't want to.
We'll all die someday.
I don't want to die.
And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
We don't want to die. I don't want to die. Senua, stop. Turn back. Stop. Stop her. Why is she going? Stop. Why would she stop to die? She won't stop. Stop. Stop.
Need food, go get food.
Sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
Look at that.
I want to die. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
Go get something, man.
Please stop.
You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them.
They were afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua of old. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
So they burned her?
Do you see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness? Faces of fear and suffering. You can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You understand, son?
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
It was all a lie. You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods and prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her! You killed her! You are the darkness!
Those rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you. The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw your last dying gasp.
What up, Dom?
You kill me!
Careful, Senua. Careful.
Holy shit, how many are there?
Behind you. Watch out. Watch out.
There's 12,000 of them. What the fuck is going on?
Watch out. Behind you. Behind you.
Oh, these fucking guys.
Careful, Senua. Behind you.
I'm just gonna
Watch out.
continuously press fucking dodge, apparently, and not ever attack. Don't attack the one that was right next to me. That doesn't make sense.
Watch out. Be careful, Senua. Watch out.
I did not even know parry was an option, and R1? What is R1? You're making reference to a PS4 controller or something? I do not use PS4 controller unless I'm on a PS4.
Watch out.
Hi, that was a quick look.
see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Okay, more weird shit happening. Okay, now I can actually, like, look at chat. Now that that's done, I just happened to glance over and saw parry is better R1. So, dumb, not much. All right, cool, cool. 4 hours digging a hole in 7 days. Good lord, dude. Way more than I would do. I don't really, you guys know, I don't get into the crafting games, though. Okay, so Sophistan might be saying your name wrong. I apologize if I am. So Perry, you said R1. I'm guessing that would mean right bumper. Maybe tap it at the right moment for a perfect parry. Which again, like I say, I haven't actually used any of that.
Look at you. Running forward and moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place.
Not doing anything.
I'm trying to save you from yourself. You still believe it is a lie? The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillion's soul if the darkness is a lie? How you saved him?
He's here.
I'm doing all right, Foreman.
I know he's here. Dillion, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
I didn't even know that button did a thing. Thank you for that. I legit am. Oh, so we're a shapeshifter and we're gonna just change into whatever enemy we want to. That's cool. Shit. Oh. Kind of hard to tell the attacks. Oh, and now we've got both of them. That's cool.
Watch out.
I don't know if that's what you were talking about, but
Behind you.
I fucking heard it at the last second. This shape-shifting shit is really fucking weird. Really? She's on the side.
Dillian! Where is he? You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillian is gone. Dillian is dead. Let him go. I'm warning
Or what? What can you do to me that you haven't already? Fight me. Come on.
you. You betrayed your own father. You betrayed the gods in search of Dillian, in search of love. Look where that's got you. Let go of the battle. Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillian. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Watch out.
I hear watch out. I'm dodging.
Behind you.
Well, that's what hit me. I was like, what the hell? Really?
Behind you.
You kind of came out of nowhere.
Watch out. Behind you. Watch out. Behind you. Watch out. Let go of your battle. Let go of Dillian. You're killing yourself.
God fucking damn it. Oh, was I supposed to die? Or was I supposed to lose that or something? Or is this me, like, alright, game over, you lost at the very end? Part of your skull is missing. Hey, active guys, say something in the chat. Anybody that's new here, we got a stream currency called caps. We're doing what's called a pay active. All you gotta do is be active in the chat. And the bot is gonna pay you 500 caps. Use the caps to play the in-chat games. Also to enter in the giveaways. We just did a giveaway. Every time we fill the dono bar, we do a game giveaway. We just did one a little bit ago. Now, if you sub, you're gonna get double that. So that's like 1,000, right? So yeah, just say something.
Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know it. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok.
Bam, like that. Just that easy. That happened.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Yeah, it's definitely ahead.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
Oh no. Oh. It's the rot. The darkness is back. The darkness is Wait. What is it? It feels... It's different. It feels... It's okay. Is it okay?
This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this. Follow us.
We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness. Goodbye.
I know it's hard to tell how mixed up you feel. Hoping what you need is behind.
I thought so.
Each time you get hurt, I don't want you to change. 'Cause everyone has hope.
Well, how about that?
After all, the feeling sometimes
Huh.
wishing you were someone else. Feeling as though you never belong. This feeling is not
You're in love with this game? I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, first time playing through. Quite a trip. Quite a trip. Like, I'm trying to piece together the story here. This feels like it's very like Viking era. Okay. Make lots of reference to Norse mythology and all that. And so, if I'm understanding correctly, Senua's mother was most likely schizophrenic as well. Senua's schizophrenic. They blamed the gods for everything, right? And so when, like, the Black Plague came through and killed everybody, they blamed them. Killed the mother in an attempt to stop the plague. Didn't stop it. Blamed Senua. Continued, like, kept her in the house and continued to say, you're, like, infested or in whatever, you're the cause of this, you are cursed, the gods don't like you, whatever. And her dad just basically beat this shit into her head. And from her bedroom window or something, I'm guessing, she watched the warriors fight, which is where she found Dillion, who took a liking to her, guessing, or something, and convinced her to leave. She wants to leave. Dad says no. You will curse the world. She leaves anyways. All the bad shit happens. So now all of these voices are repeating, telling her it's your fault. Excuse me. Dillion is killed in war or something, and she needs to let him go, but she can't. And so this entire game is her attempt to let him go. That's my take from this. Like, the basis story overall. It might be fuzzy on some things. That's kind of what I've taken away from it. And maybe a second playthrough would really help explain more of the story. Because I might catch some things that I didn't the first time around. But yeah, that was a damn good game. I totally understand why it won the awards that it won. Why it was nominated for so many awards. That was seriously pretty kick-ass. Uh, and I love that they do this. I love that they do that. That's probably the best part about this, is they've used this game as a tool to educate people, and have an entire website dedicated to helping people, which is wonderful. Not enough devs do that kind of stuff. Like, they'll take... Okay, Until Dawn. Look at Until Dawn. You guys know I've been a massive fan of Until Dawn. Obviously, I speedrun it, right? Probably relied on Dillian, so when he died, this was also her being strong enough not to need... Yes, yeah. That's the part of the letting go part, I guess, that I'm referring to. But okay, so look at Until Dawn. We've had lots of conversations about Until Dawn. For anybody that's new in the channel, I'm a speedrunner. By speedrun several games, one of which is Until Dawn. I held the world record in Until Dawn for a while, and we did a huge analysis of that game, because there's a lot of things in that game about mental illness, specifically relating to Josh. And so they could have taken the opportunity to do something similar, you know, like, hey, mental illness is real, educate yourself kind of thing, you know, similar to what they did. But I mean, I'm not faulting on them for not doing it. But I guess my point is, there's a lot of games out there that have a character, or several characters even, that deal with mental illness pretty heavily, pretty severely. I mean, this is psychosis, schizophrenia, right? I believe that Josh is schizophrenic as well. He's also a manic depressive, but he's schizophrenic as well. In my opinion, there's no confirmation on that, but based on his hallucinations. But anyways, I digress. Point is, lots of games are like that, and not enough of them use their platform to its fullest potential, I guess, is what I mean. So I'm very happy to see that these guys did that. That's really awesome. Really kick-ass game. Oh, I want to watch this feature, because contains spoilers. Well, we've completed it.
Stormy seas and lost souls. Who is it? She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming. Is it?
So I want to know what this is all about.
Dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake? And we only see what our inner eye creates for us.
I like that too. They brought consultants in. That's pretty
This is
kick-ass.
what hell is. A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
And his name is John C.
Viking territory. I was right.
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience, a subject that is still considered taboo, and a challenge that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senua in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
Ah, interesting.
I don't live home much.
Oh.
I did
Senua's
not
daughter.
pin King. What happened?
I have to go.
Wait.
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle. I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillion, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
Three killed, dozen injured in Amtrak crash. Oh, damn. That's no good. Ah.
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was gelt. A gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds.
Okay.
Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was truth, meaning fool, or liar, one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Truth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings.
Oh no shit.
He eventually escaped to Orkney,
Actual
where he became a
characters.
monk.
Like actual people.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel her quest deep into their world of gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. The sun will grow black.
I'm back to discussing stuff. Okay.
The stars will disappear.
Talk to me, O'Toole.
Will meet. Flames will
Tell me.
against the sky.
Tell me all of the things. I swore I'd help with dishes as soon as the game was over. It's all good, I understand. But please, yes, talk to me. Tell me. Give me your thoughts.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness, such as psychosis, is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates
That's kind of what I was talking
psychosis and
about
psychopathy,
with Until Dawn,
associated
even.
with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to
The
discover my
permadeath is a
own
complete
ignorance of
psycho.
the
Yeah.
subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's
Yeah,
characterized by two main
obviously I
sets of
got that,
symptoms. One of them is
and
hallucinations,
it's just kind of
experiences perceptions when there is no,
you know,
actual objective
discussing
thing
my
that
thoughts
they
on the
can
game.
see.
And kind of what I
Whenever
thought
delusions where
was
somebody comes to very
the
bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence.
overall story, I guess.
The source of the darkness.
And I think I got it. I think I do. Nobody told me I was way off base or anything, so...
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming.
Very, very
It's really interesting.
in-depth.
I'd love to be involved. It's fascinating.
I really do like that they did this.
Our
Like, they brought
understanding of
professionals in.
psychosis is still very much
They
a
brought
mystery, and ways
people
of treating
who
it are still primitive compared to
have
physical illness.
suffered.
After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules. If we were to represent Senua's psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
Hearing voices is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness, and crucially we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernyhough provided, I put
Very
together a
clever.
sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records
What did
the
I say?
3D spatial
I said 4
position of
voices.
sound, replicating the way sound
I
is
called
heard by
4
human
voices.
ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there.
He's
beside
directing. You got 3 plus the evil voice. That's 4.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with 2 young voice hearers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences, and they listened to
3
our
regular
tests,
voices
giving us
and the
feedback
evil
on how we
voice.
could improve
That's
it.
4.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience
Oh
is
shit.
like. Partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also crucially listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling.
Like you know, and I told you guys before, like I've known people, friends, who have suffered from illnesses similar. I had one friend in particular who did hear voices.
Other common attributes of psychosis are
And
visions and flashbacks.
it was
We met with
described
Recovery
to me.
College East, who work
I'm
with
by
and
no
care
means
for
an
people
expert,
recovering from severe
but
mental disorders. A group of service
very
users gave us their
very
first-hand
interesting. And
account
so
of what
you know,
they
I
experienced.
paid more attention, I guess, because I had that second-hand experience, I guess you'd say.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told were fascinating, harrowing, and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
hands feel now, my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Now I see deep in me insanity does unfold. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
Yeah, this was damn good. Hey, we got another pay active going, guys. Say something in the chat. Get yourself 500 caps. Are these what people were saying? Cool. See what you did there, NCAP.
To refine our work, we continue to hold meetings with Recovery College East over the course of a year and a half, showing them what we had achieved so far and refining the in-game representations based on their feedback. With their help, flashbacks, visions and changes in perception were woven into the story and gameplay of Senua.
The students that are involved in this project are incredibly excited about being involved. They have described the experience as being important because
how people describe their psychosis and how they... Okay, yeah.
That despite what we have been through, all of that experience becomes valid, that actually it's something that we should all be talking about.
The experiences described range from beautiful to frightening beyond comprehension. I heard of a girl who has to live with an angry voice screaming at her, slamming on her doors and walls 24 hours a day. I met someone who would often see hanging corpses in a room, so real that she would sometimes try to rescue them. The panic and fear that comes with such visions is entirely understandable, and it can be a living horror for some.
The friend that I had an angry voice, and two less than angry voices. They weren't nice voices, they weren't mean, they were just kind of there, talking to her. But she had an angry voice that would yell at her a lot and make her feel bad about herself. Spent a lot of time trying to convince her that that he was lying to her, that she wasn't all of these bad things that he was saying. So I don't know about 24 hours a day. She didn't say that it was all the time, but she could be driving down the road and he would say mean things to her to try and get her to crash her car or things like that. So I feel this.
Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
I was urged by one fellow that we should not shy away from showing this horror, and so I was perpetually torn in making Hellblade. Had we gone too far with our representations or not far enough?
Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
In some ways, voice hearing and visions were the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. There's another aspect of psychosis that is much harder to explain, but one that I think video games are uniquely able to represent, which are often called delusions.
People begin to see patterns in the world. They begin to link things that most people wouldn't link. Most of the things that we might think would be coincidence or, not worth commenting on. Nevertheless, that might have a particular salience or importance for them.
One individual described how everyday words, sounds, colours and objects were steeped in meaning to him, forming a strange and sinister puzzle that he was determined to solve but could not quite get to the bottom of.
It's not just brain dysfunction. It's not like the system shut down. It's actually an incredibly creative process. The person creates a world populated with voices and phantasms and terrors, and they're completely immersed in it. They believe in it.
We often invite people into the studio to play the game. In one of our playtests, they played through much of the game, making associations between runes, secret messages, and the threat of darkness that stalked them. There are many things that happen in the world of Hellblade that make perfect sense within the context of Senua's mind. The dark rot that's killing her slowly from within, the secret runes of the gods that block her path to Helheim, and strange associations that exist in the game to confuse you. To complete Senua's quest, you have to internalize and accept the logic and meaning behind these things to progress. Afterwards they said that they didn't see much evidence of mental illness in the game. People with delusions of all sorts would argue the same thing, that they are not aware of their experience being abnormal in any way.
I need this sword. It's important.
Representing perception changes and thinking patterns within Hellblade gives us a set of symptoms common in psychosis. But people with lived experience were keen to emphasize another point, that it is wrong to define a person by their symptoms. Quite often, the illness comes not from the symptoms, but from the stigma, isolation, and mistreatment that comes about from the rest of society.
Okay.
They say that I'm cursed.
And that's kind of what I was talking about with how her dad kept her isolated in her house. Made
I needed
references
someone
to that.
to portray Senua, someone who could believably internalize her suffering. Melina Jurgens, our video editor, had been a stand-in for Senua over a few months while we perfected our motion capture techniques. Without realizing it, she had already auditioned for the role, and I knew her well enough to know that I didn't have to teach her to act, but to relive her own internal pain. As often is the case, those who have suffered mental anguish are never far from us. My hope is that by creating a compelling and aspirational character in Senua who feels very much real, albeit in a fantasy setting, we can provide a lens into her reality, a different one to yours, and this is where storytelling comes into play. I imagined her life based on common threads in real people's lives. She was always prone to psychosis as a child. Her mother Galina also heard voices and had visions, so perhaps there was a genetic aspect. Or perhaps there was cultural.
I kind of said that too.
World without science, gods and a superstition, as exemplified by her druid father Zimbal. Psychosis developed in her late teens to early 20s and was exacerbated by stigma and isolation at the hands of the clansmen and her father.
Okay, so I really did grasp concept here.
The trauma of seeing her lover Dillian sacrificed tips her over the edge, making her remodel her reality around a concept that connects everything: the darkness. So the question is, what Senua experiences real? Can only be answered by saying, yes, it is real. It is her reality.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Towards the end of the project, service users and professionals that had collaborated with us were invited to see the near-final game. It was a chance to see if the game had reflected their views or if it had misrepresented them.
For me, being involved in especially developing Senua's character has been really important, and being able to bring in my perspective and what I see and what I hear, and having that built into the game has been a real privilege. It's gritty and it's meaty, and there are some tough subjects in there that are being tackled with honesty.
Very nice.
I was blown away by it today, absolutely blown away. It was just fantastic to get the opportunity to use our lived experience in a very
Exactly,
way.
respect.
There's nothing tokenistic about the work we've put in. It feels like we've been listened to.
All right, Foreman. Have a good night, buddy.
Things
Thanks
have
for
been
hanging.
taken on board, and I think there was a lot of realism in the game itself.
Hellblade will give people a good experience of what it's like to create voices and
Hi, projector.
have those experiences. I'm glad that you guys at Ninja Theory have asked us to come along and
How are you, buddy?
help them build an experience that's positive when it comes out, and get myself a copy and have a go.
Such great content. Yes. Well, it's
I think all
really
the way
helping
through,
draw everything
I
together.
was really inspired by how the conversations have translated into the game in a way that I think I didn't imagine was possible. So wonderful, really wonderful.
Hanging in there? Good. You know my DMs are always open, man. You know you can always hit me up if you want to chat. You know this. One day at a time. That's all you can do,
I really
man.
hope that others will follow the lead they've set and use the power
I'm glad to see you, though.
of the video game to change people's perceptions, to increase understanding, and ultimately to make some of the stigma around voice hearing and other experiences go away.
No, I got mad respect for these
me,
devs.
It was really exciting to see something that I explore scientifically being represented so beautifully in a character who's trying to penetrate the mysteries of the environment in which they've been placed, with all of this strange uncertainty and noise and conflicting information that they're getting. I'm very excited by this way of trying to represent mental illness, because I think it actually might be offering us insights that we wouldn't get from pure scientific explorations, and actually giving us quite an empathic view of what it might be like.
Been the second roughest day. Oh.
Mental illness has been with us for as long as we have been on this planet, but why? Why hasn't evolution stamped out this weakness from within our gene pool? I often pondered this question until I realized that the question had an inbuilt flaw. It assumes that being and thinking differently is a weakness.
I request
the only reason
the
we have
highest
computers,
of
spacecraft,
fives.
medicine,
Thank you for the host,
poetry,
buddy.
art, and yes, even video games, is because individuals are able to simulate new abstract realities in their minds and share them with the rest of us.
This one?
We
Yeah.
need people to be
We just
willing
finished
to
it.
see differently
You
in order for us to progress.
pause. You don't want to see this part. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. There hasn't really been any major spoilers. So, there actually, I don't even think there's been any spoilers, really. They tell you there's potential for spoilers, but I don't know. I don't think there is. Really. But yeah, we just finished it. And wow.
And survive as society, and we need to be open to these new ways of seeing. And it is this spirit that motivated me to create Senua's story and share it with you.
Where she burnt her face. Yeah, that's probably about halfway. I'd say that you're close to the halfway point. Look at that.